Welcome back, my noble elves. How you doing today? It's Chris here, and today we got to talk about the Dart Monkey. This is my individual tower series, and what I do in this series is I talk about the tower, all of the different upgrades, all of the different combinations, and sort of try and come up with a conclusion by the end of the video on what kind of upgrade you should be getting for this guy and how you should be using him in your games. Now please keep in mind that this guy may be nerfed or buffed or changed, or Ninja Kiwi might do something goofy over here that might change throughout this video, but we still need to talk about it as it lies right now. So as a 0-0 Dart Monkey, he starts off with a whopping 2 damage per shot, but I have some monkey knowledge involved already that gives him 3 damage per shot. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and show you guys all these different things and how I kind of tested them out and figured them out myself. So if we look at the Dart Monkeys here, we look at the pop count, you can say 3, 6, 9, etc., etc. It's just going to keep going up by 3. Now, the first upgrades that I want to talk about are the sharp shots and sharper shots, because this is actually quite interesting. Sharp shots adds an extra damage, or an extra pierce. I gotta get this right, guys, an extra pierce. So now we can go through 4 balloons per shot instead of just 3. So now we're going into 13, and then 17, and then 21. So now we can do 4 damage per shot. Razor sharp shots. Woo! This is where it gets fancy over here, guys. Now we can go through 6 balloons per shot. So the pierce increases to 6. So if you actually read this thing, it says it can pop 2 more balloons per shot. Now that's actually important, not just, you know, it's an additive bonus. So we go from 3 to 4, and then 4 to 6, not from 3 to 5. It's going to go all the way to 6 over here. So to test that out, again, we can set up 999 red balloons over here, and we can just look at the pop count. It's going to go 6, 6, 6, 6, etc., etc. That's freaking sweet, man. Now, what about when we get up to the Spike-a-Pult over here? This gets really interesting, guys. We're actually going to sell this Dart Monkey really quick, and we're going to show off the Spike-a-Pult. So as we want to start off with a 0 pop count right here. And what you can see is very clearly, if we send out 999 red balloons again, what we're going to do is we're going to get 23 damage per shot. I shouldn't say damage. Pierce per shot. So we can go through 23 red balloons. Now keep in mind that this is not damage. We can't do anything stronger against rainbows or anything. We're only taking down 1 layer per shot, but still goes through a lot of balloons over here. Moving on, if we go all the way up to a Juggernaut right now, holy crap, 1,530 bucks, we can do a whopping 101 pierce per shot. What? I know, we're getting pretty fancy over here. Still, I don't know if it's going to be worth it to get Juggernauts in most situations, but 101 pierce is pretty sweet. So we're going to see 147, 248, etc., etc. As long as our Juggernaut is fully hitting things over here, we're going to get a pretty extreme amount of pops going on. 101, man. What? Really? Then what we're going to do is we're going to get all the way up to the Ultra Juggernaut. Oh, baby. And I haven't confirmed exactly how much it does, but I'm fairly certain that it does 1,600 damage. So if I do the blue balloons here, it should go through 1,600 balloons, go to 2,050 with my first shot, if we calculated it correctly here. If it's a little bit off, I apologize. Let's see, 2,064. So, man, I mean, that's pretty gosh darn close to me. It might be a little bit over. Just to check this guy out one more time. Ultra Juggernaut, we're going to send him against blue balloons again. I'm going to see how many balloons we can go through, hopefully exactly right here. I think it's a really weird number. Or maybe it's just like almost 1,614. Such a weird number for it to go through, you know? But I think it's somehow is supposed to add like 1,600 and 1,500 and like 78 pops or something like that. I don't know if Ninja Kiwi did the math wrong or something, but it's just a weird freaking number for it to pop that much. So those are the top path upgrades right here. Those are all pretty standard. Those are all pretty reasonable. They make sense. But now, what do you want to combine it with? Well, sadly, the regular Juggernauts over here don't automatically get camo detection. So if you do need camo detection at any point, whether it's a lower tier Dart Monkey moving up from sharp shots to razor sharp shots, or even the Spike-a-Pult, if you need camo detection at these sort of lower tiers, you gotta go for the bottom one. Now when you get this range upgrade, it's actually pretty decent size range increase. I actually don't know the exact amount here, but I would guess it's pretty darn close to double his original range here. If you look at that range increase, it's pretty freaking sweet. So I guess 50% and then another 50% or something along those lines of the original amount to get about double of what his original range is here. I guess one way we can, I don't know if we can actually test this out right now, but if we build a dart monkey here and we make his range kind of touch him, and I upgrade his range twice, 1 and 2. No, it's not quite double, but it's pretty freaking close here, man. Yeah, there's no good way to test out that range unless maybe somebody can figure that out for me. If you can, let me know. But anyways, if you want to get camo detection, that's what you need to do. But honestly, if I was going to go for... Oh, and another thing about these Juggernauts, Spike-a-Pults, and other guys is that you have to position them correctly. Whenever you're going to position one of these guys, you got to throw them down on a straight line, a straight path. So a great place on this map to use them, if you were just trying to pop Bloons, would be to maybe put them right here. And then you could put them on last. A lot of people like to put their Juggernauts on last. And then if we did send out a pretty decent amount of Bloons over here, I don't know, we'll send out 999 red balloons at a spacing of, 1, alright? Just a maybe little 1 right here. And he's just going to keep throwing and throwing and throwing. He's always going to pop these Bloons over here. He's just going to do a great job. Even if I did blue balloons, I might be able to take all these guys down. So let's try this. Let's try blue balloons this time. With the spacing of 1. Let's see if we can take him down. Oh, I think we can. Every single... Oh, almost all of these blue balloons here. But you can see how his damage can be pretty darn solid. If we decide to go for something that I think is better, the quick shots, then you're going to see that we're going to do a much better job of killing all these balloons here. Even when he's throwing on last, he's doing an amazing job. He's going to kill all these balloons so much better. And that's why I think normally very quick shots is going to be your more efficient way to get your Juggernaut, your Catapult, or your Juggernaut, or even your Super Juggernaut all the way up, man. Ultra Juggernaut, excuse me. These guys are going to be great additions to your team. But you do have to use them correctly. It has to be on a map where there's some sort of nice straight line, and usually you want it to be on somewhere where there's sort of a nice straight line, in like sort of in the middle of the map where you're going to actually be fighting Bloons. One thing that I should mention is that these guys do have extra damage against ceramic Bloons. So getting up to the Spike-a-Pult here, good range, slower attack speed, but each ball can pop lots of Bloons. Sweet. This thing can finally start doing ceramic damage over here. So after all is said and done, man, the best top path upgrade to get usually is a Catapult or a Juggernaut, depending on how many pops you need, with very quick shots. That's going to be the most efficient way that you can pop all these Bloons. You can always add camo detection with something like a Monkey Village or a Wizard or something like that. And then he's got pretty much everything that you could ever desire right here in a tower. Alright, so now moving on to the second path for the Dart Monkeys, man. Now we're going to be talking about, you guys know it's the old school, the real school, the new school, the Dart Monkey, the triple shots. So, I think it's pretty self-explanatory what we're getting here. We're getting quick shots, and now we're going from popping 3 balloons to still popping 3 balloons, but quicker. We're going from popping 3 balloons to popping 3 balloons, but even quicker. And one thing we can do here as a quick little baby test right here, without exact numbers or exact percentages, we can kind of look at how many pops we're going to get. So we got the very quick shots here, we've got the quick shots here, and we're going to leave this guy as a 0, 0, 0. What we're going to do is we're going to overflow the screen with 999 rainbows right here. And by the time all these balloons leak through, we're gonna just say, roughly, these guys should have very similar amounts of time to pop the balloons. They should throw pretty close to the exact amount, the same amount of darts against these balloons over here. And we look at the pop count, 51, 63, 77. You can see pretty closely here that we're definitely getting more damage with these quick shots. It's not quite as drastic as the sharp shots and the razor sharp shots, but it's still pretty gosh darn intense over here. So after 999 balloons, we're just going to look at the numbers really quick. In fact, I think I'm going to delete them after a certain point here, just so we don't have the random balloons at the tail end here messing anything up. So here we go. We're going to clear that out. We're going to just look at the pop counts here. We got 221, 177, and 150. So you can see from 150 to 177, we're really not getting that much speed, but going from 150 to 221, we're getting a pretty sizable speed bonus right there. Maybe about 33% or so. It's not too bad, man. But then going up to triple shot, this thing is also a little bit confusing for a lot of players. How the heck do you use triple shot? How the heck does it actually work? I think it's a staple to Bloons Tower Defense 6. You can't go without the triple shot. We just know this is a rock solid tower right here. So when you get the triple shot, how much balloon damage is he actually doing over here? Well, again, what we can do is we can send out 999 red balloons to test this out. As long as he doesn't miss, what he should do is he should get 9 damage per shot. He's still doing the 3 regular damage per dart, but now he's got 3 darts instead. He also throws them really fast, but it still should be the same amount. So he should go 230, 239, 248. Every once in a while, it does seem like he does more damage for some reason. For example, I just saw a 12 there, and I don't understand if that's a glitch or an error or what the deal is, but every once in a while, he doesn't do the correct amount. Maybe it's something to do with the monkey knowledge that I don't understand yet, but it should just be 9 damage per shot. I did notice this with a lot of towers, though, when I was testing it out. Sometimes there's, like, random, like, errors where you're just like, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But we did 999 and then 12, so I don't know, man. He's just a rock-solid tower here. But now what should you get here, guys? Do you want to get the longer range darts and the enhanced eyesight? Or do you want to go for the sharp shots and razor sharp shots? Again, for the third tier dart monkey, do you need that cam detection, and do you need to somehow reach across some sort of gap to give yourself some extra range? Normally, in like a spot like this little tiny bit of extra range doesn't really add very much at all. But if we were putting them like over here and somehow we could get this extra range over here to reach over to the other side, that might be worth it in this situation. So that's how you got to think about this guy. But what you want to think about is the amount of damage that you're doing going to be worth that little bit of range. So if we got a dart monkey up to just 030, he's going to do 9 damage per shot. If we got sharp shots, now he does 4 damage per dart times 3 darts, which is 12 damage total. Then if we got razor sharp shots, now we're doing 6 damage per dart on top of 3 darts. 6 times 3 is 18. So we're doubling our popping power by getting razor sharp shots. So again, you got to think about, is that range going to be worth getting double the damage with this thing? And usually the answer is no. Usually you want to get this thing. And what we can do is we can again check out against red balloons here. We should be getting 18 damage per shot right here. 18, 36, 54, etc., etc. You can see there's a little bit of a glitch there with that one, but that's okay. Or maybe we missed it with a dart or something. But overall, he's a solid freaking tower, man. He's actually really good. For the amount of money that you're spending on a razor sharp triple shot dart monkey right here, he is going to be an absolute wonder for us. Okay, now, I do want to talk about Super Monkey Fan Club and Plasma Monkey Fan Club, but they're a little bit more confusing, and obviously, any ability, it depends on the frickin' situation right here, guys. It always depends. One thing that I do have to say is that upgrades for all of your other random dart monkeys do matter. So if you guys don't know, a Super Monkey Fan Club, when you get this thing, it activates 10 dart monkeys near it and gives them all the ability to be super monkeys for a little while. So having 10 super monkeys for a little while is freaking sweet, man. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then the 10th one is your actual ability guy. We can even test it out by throwing one randomly in the corner down here. And I believe the way it works is that it is based on the range, so how close you are to it. In battles, the way it worked was it was like fill from the bottom of the screen to the top. I think it's however close you are to this tower. So when we use our ability, we can send out 999 red balloons again, or whatever, some blue balloons in addition to that. It gets a little bit laggy when you get this many balloons coming out, but when we use our ability, all these guys, all these 10 dart monkeys are going to turn into super monkeys. Now each one of these super monkeys is going to throw regular darts. They're going to throw 3, are going to do 3 damage per shot. You can just look at this guy, you're going to see 3 damage per shot. It goes up by 3s every single time, and that's cool and everything. But can we make them any better? Like, does it matter to get sharp shots, razor sharp shots, quick shots, all that blah 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 blah? It does. It actually does. And as you guys probably know, we're getting like maybe 30% faster shots over here, doing maybe 30% more damage if we do the quick shots, but we're doing double damage if we do sharp shots and razor sharp shots, 3 to 6. And again, I am talking about the terms in terms of having my dart monkeys have 3 pops from the get-go here with my monkey knowledge, because I feel like most people are going to have this monkey knowledge upgrade by this point in the game. Or if they don't, they should definitely be thinking about getting that right frickin' now. So, if you're going to be getting dart monkeys over here, well, again, you have to think about, is the range going to be worth it? Or is the quick shots going to be worth it? Or are the sharp shots going to be worth it? It depends on the positioning of your dart monkeys, for the most part, man. If you really need to stretch that range into multiple areas of the map, the range may be worth it. If you want to be stupid, you can get quick shots. Hey, feel free, man. You can feel free. Be stupid. I don't care. But if you want to be the best that you can be, you're probably better off positioning your dart monkeys in places where they can hit multiple things and then get the razor sharp shots to double your damage right here. And really quickly, I think I can show this off if I get all of these guys up to... Let's sell these guys really quick. Let's start off with just regular dart monkeys. We'll send out like 10, 15 Moabs or something like that. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, we're going to send out 10 Moabs right here. And we're going to do the Super Monkey Fan Club and see where they pop. So, all my dart monkeys are kind of in stupid spots here, but that's okay. That's okay. 10 Moabs. We're going to use it right once my first dart monkey attacks. Boom, he attacked. We're going to use our Super Monkey Fan Club right here. We're going to see if we can take down these 10 Moabs. I actually don't know how strong they're going to be over here. We're doing a decent job. We're taking down a lot of these balloons, but it looks like we're not going to take down all of them, man. Oh, man, I guess these guys are worse than I thought. I thought we were going to, like, be totally fine. We're going to, like, take these things down and everything. But no, it looks like we do definitely leak some balloons. Even this last Moab here, man, doesn't get taken down. Oh, that's so sad. Now, what happens when we get the razor sharp shots over here? Now we should be doubling our popping power, right? Oh, heck yeah. You are spending money, so I mean, that's something you got to keep in mind over here. You are spending money. But if we send out 10 Moabs again, this time as soon as the first dart monkey attacks, boom, we're going to use our ability. And now we're going to see if we can do even more damage over here. It should be a lot more. See, we're definitely doing a much better job over here. Oh, yeah, we popped the Moab a little bit quicker. All the balloons inside. Ooh, maybe. Oh, it's going to be close. And we do. We end up taking all these balloons down. So you can see the drastic difference over here. Oh, man, his tail. Oh, he did. Okay, his tail was hidden. His two? Yeah, alright, his tail was hidden, man. I couldn't see the little thing on the back of his tail right there. But you can see the drastic difference we're doing with the Super Monkey Fan Clubs and the Dart Monkeys all having upgrades in combination with them. Another thing is you don't have to be stuck doing just one upgrade over here. Because these Dart Monkeys don't need to turn into anything else, you can go for the 202 Dart Monkeys over here for the best attack and range that you want. Or 220 Dart Monkeys for your main things. Whatever you want, man. Just pick two of the random upgrades, whether you need range and camo detection, or you want attack speed and damage. Combine them how you want. If you're going for the most damage total, you probably want to go for the 220s. But if you want that extra camo protection, you want that extra range, you know, it's totally up to you how you want to do that. Moving on, though, we've got to talk about the Plasma Monkey Fan Club. Oh, baby! Now, this guy gets really frickin' intriguing, man. So, if I calculated it correctly, once you get a Plasma Monkey Fan Club, every single time he does a shot, he's going to do 7 damage per shot. Excuse me, 7 pierce per shot. I keep calling it damage. I'm sorry, guys. I'm totally messing it up, man. Damage to me. Okay, whatever. We're going to do 7 pierce per shot. Or 6, excuse me, 6 pierce per shot. And then once he gets upgraded to razor sharp shots, he again gets, you know, 1 for the sharp shots, and then 2 extra for the razor sharp shots to equal 3 total. So we're going all the way up to 9 damage per pierce. 9 pierce per shot with this Plasma Monkey Fan Club right here, on top of the fact that you don't just do 10 monkeys anymore. I don't want to build them all, but you can do 40 Dart Monkeys all up to Plasma Monkey Fan Club. Holy crap. So, it is pretty freaking insane. It's probably one of the best upgrades as far as damage is concerned in the entire game. I believe it also has infinite range, even though it says the closest Dart Monkeys or something. Let's see, does it actually tell me? Nope, just grants them all even more power. Okay, sweet. So, I didn't actually count this, but this has got to be getting close to 40 over here, man. Holy crap, God. The only weakness to it is the fact that you do have to put down 40 dart monkeys, you know? Like, unless you're getting a monkey town and you're popping down a bunch of baby dart monkeys over here, this is most likely not going to be worth it. And when you activate it, there's probably not going to be balloons all the way over the screen. They're probably going to be in one central location or sort of moving across the screen somewhere over here. So activating that will make all these dart monkeys in the back and not be able to do anything. So you really have to time it well. You really have to use it well if you actually get the max amount of damage that you want to get. Keep in mind that every single one of these dart monkeys can also be powered up by getting your random upgrades over here. Getting up 2-2s and, 202s and whatever the heck you want to get, man. They can all be upgraded over here. Even if you want to go crazy and get some triple shots, we can even test that out with some crossbows over here and some juggernauts and all that junk over here. So let's use our ability. Go Shazam, baby! And what you can see is the crossbows and the juggernauts do not turn, but the triple dart monkeys do turn. And then when we send out, some Zoma gods or whatever, it's not going to last forever. It's only going to last a certain amount of time. But all those plasmas can do some pretty freaking sweet damage. The nice thing also is that it comes back pretty reasonably fast. I mean, I don't know, it's not like one of those abilities where you only use it once and you're like, oh, it's gone forever, dude. I'm never going to be able to use it. No, not quite. It's pretty decent. It's, it's pretty decent cooldown. You can go buy him and use it again. And now we actually have almost all of our plasmas attacking over here. So, definitely a solid upgrade. Definitely a fun one. I don't know if I'm going to be using it very often in my games. But I feel like for some of these really, really hard maps, we may end up wanting to use it, you know? If we really freaking need it, we may end up wanting to use this guy. Just a fun one to have in the game. Excuse me. Just a fun one to have in the game right here, guys. Alright, so we've talked about the top two paths of upgrades, but we haven't even touched on the crossbow over here yet. So this guy is actually really interesting. When I first started the game, I'm like, oh, this crossbow sucks, man. He's not going to be garbage. I'm never going to use him. And then I realized on shoots, I played with this thing, and he was beastly. He was absolutely beastly. So what he does is, as a crossbow, alright, I don't even really, okay, range, you guys understand range, right? Gives you range. Alright, once you get up to crossbow, though, it actually increases the range even further, which is kind of goofy. So we can watch it in action here. Long darts, enhanced eyesight, then when we get the crossbow, boop, goes even further. So actually, pretty freaking sweet range right there. Don't forget, you can always increase ranges with the monkey villages. Just having a 0-0 monkey village in the range here is going to increase this range even further. It's delicious right there, man. Heck to the yeah. Alright, beyond that, though, what this guy does is he does 3 pierce and 3 damage. This is where the pierce versus damage actually matters. So what that means is if we sent out just some yellow balloons here, he's going to go through 3 yellows, and he's going to do 3 layers as well. So we're going to knock these yellows down to reds. So basically a perfect example right there of how much damage and how much layers we can do. See, bam, bam, bam. As far as extreme damage goes, it actually matters like what kind of balloons are coming out. Sure, if you have just regular pinks, yellows, and greens coming out, it's going to do like the same amount. But knocking blacks down to something lower can actually do more damage, because now we're doing layers over here. So we can do like 20 instead of the regular 12. You know, which I think is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Again, you're going to see it, I think, go by up 20. Boom, 104, and then we clean up the rest of these balloons. Bam, shazam. Alright, freaking sweet tower right here. Not bad at all. If you're going to use this guy, how should you use him? You probably want to put him down somewhere where he can shoot down a straight line. Or straight-ish line. One weird thing is the dart monkeys are right-handed. So if you look at a dart monkey right here, he's right-handed. He's going to throw kind of on his right arm here. You can look very closely over here. If I send out some red balloons, he's going to throw with his right hand, which doesn't really matter all that much, but it does make him a little bit off-kilter. Alright, he's not shooting down straight lines perfectly. But the crossbow does shoot straight down a line here. Shoots straight through the middle of his eyes down the line. And that's why you can put him, that's why normally you'd put a dart monkey and a juggernaut sort of on, I think the juggernaut too, at least. Let's see, a spike of pulp. He might shoot down the middle now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he does shoot down the middle now. That's good. And the other game, he used to have the Juggernaut sort of on the right. So what you would do is you'd always put your dart monkeys sort of on the right, on the left side of the pathway, so his right arm could shoot down the line a little bit easier. In this game, the crossbow doesn't matter, so you just put him straight behind this thing, get a crossbow up to just a regular 003 crossbow, and let him go to town. You can see against some pretty, we'll set up around like, I don't know, 20 or something, and we're just going to see him go to 10, or not 29, 20. 20. Come on. There we go. And you can kind of see him go to town right here. He's going to slice through crap tons of layers. He's really strong from round about 15 to 30 maybe, besides not having lead popping power. He's really strong between all those rounds. Doesn't really lose his edge until round 40 plus. Alright, but he's a solid freaking tower, great addition to your team. Highly recommend you guys at least trying to use this guy. I don't know if they're going to nerf him, but he's really good right now as an early game tower. He's really good. As far as what upgrade should you get with him? Oh, man, this is a tough question. Oh, my God. All right. Before I get there, I actually wanted to talk about the Sharpshooter and the 5th tier as well. So for the Sharpshooter, instead of doing 3x3, 3 pierce and 3 damage, or 3 layers, we do 4x4, 4 pierce and 4 layers. So for $1,700, is it worth it? I don't know. I honestly kind of like going for just spamming multiple lower levels. I don't feel like that extra layer really matters as much as Ninja Kiwi thought. So I don't know. It's up to you what you think, but the problem is that extra layer doesn't seem to matter that much because we still have to shoot through so many lower level balloons. We're still going to end up shooting through a lot of random reds and blues and greens that are leaking out of these blacks, zebras, and rainbows. So it doesn't seem to help out that much by getting this guy. He's actually, sadly, even though he's nice, he's actually sadly sort of underpowered as he currently is. He's not bad in any way. And don't get me wrong, he seems really freaking good. But spamming more 03s is probably better than getting 104, in my opinion. So what we can do is we can send out some pink balloons here. You can see him go to town. He's going to knock these pink balloons down to reds. He's also going to do 4 shots instead of, or 4 balloon kills instead of 3. Moving on to the Crossbow Master, though. Oh, so this guy's really freaking cool. All right, let me actually. I've noted this down already. What he does is he does 5 layers now. So we went from 3 layers to 4 layers to 5 layers with the crossbow. But now instead of just doing 3 pierce to 4 pierce to 5 pierce, the pierce went up to 24. What? 24? Well, we're paying a whopping $30,000 over here. He better be worth it, right? So if you guys hear those fireworks outside, it's really jerk-facey people for some reason celebrating 4th of July and not 4th of July, so screw them. But anyways, one way we can test this out is we send out 999 red balloons. We can just watch this guy go to town right here. Let's actually start off with 0, whatever. 0 damage, and we go 24, 24, 24, 24. You can see this, man, going up by 24 every single time. That's a crazy amount of pierce right there. I love it, though. It's sweet. On top of that, we also get more range. So I should mention that I believe for the 4th tier as well, you get more range. So if you watch this guy crossbow with a 3rd tier, Sharpshooter gets a little bit... Oh, he does not! Sharpshooter does not get more range, but Crossbow Master does, and by a lot, too. So that's kind of interesting, man. It's just weird the way the crossbows work. They really wanted to make them cool in this game. As far as what upgrade you should get for these guys in combination. Okay, this is the goofy part, guys. I gotta talk about this really quick. It's weird. Honestly, if I had to say, I'd say do whatever you want. Alright, that's the basic answer here. Do whatever you want. But because I like to try and make sure I'm a little bit better about it for you guys than just saying, well, whatever you want, man, I'm gonna try and show it off just a little bit. So, what we can do here is, let's feel like this is just bad freaking positioning here, man. Let's do them over here instead. Just kind of right in a giant pile right here. Alright, so we're going to get 3 crossbows here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of them up to razor sharp shots. I'm going to get one of them up to very quick shots. And we're going to keep one of them just to 003 over here. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to send out those crap tons of rainbows. I just want to overload the freaking rainbows on the screen over here. And let them go to town. And, oh, spacing 500. Whoa. Oh, Chris, that would have sucked. That would have really sucked right there. We're going to do 500 rainbows. And what we want to do is we want to just look at their... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. We got to restart. We messed it up. We messed it up hardcore. 3 more crossbows. Get one of them up to razor sharp, one of them up to quick shots, and one of them nothing. And we're going to send out these 500 rainbows here. Now we're starting off with 0 pops over here. I'm sorry about that, guys. When we look at their pop count, it's not going to be 100% accurate. I got to let you guys know because they could be popping rainbows, they could be popping pinks. You don't really know what the heck they're hitting over here. They could be popping things down to blues. So it's not perfect, but it should be good enough for us to just get a general idea of how much damage they're actually doing. So we're just going to let these blues slide through a little bit before they actually leave all the way through, before they snake through. I am going to delete them all. And I feel like that'll give us the most exact answer, because now they're all attacking official rainbows instead of attacking a bunch of crappy pinks and stuff. Yeah, not perfect, but I think we did a good enough job. Now what we can see is the razor sharp shots got 1621, the nothing got 1085, and the very quick shots got 1272. And if you ask me, man, it looks like this guy was the definite winner, right? Razor sharp shots. But this is not a real life example. Alright? Most of the time, we don't have millions of rainbows sneaking through our defense. So even though the razor sharp shots may seem better, I found it to be worse when I was playing it in the game. So when I did this, I was having a little bit of trouble on round like 20 and 23 when I used the sharp shots, because even though it would technically be able to go through more layers, or have more pierce and go through more balloons, it ended up not helping, because I shot so much slower. So when I used my crossbows, I liked the faster shooting. I missed less, basically, is what it was. Or I got the most out of my tower, is basically what it was. So I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want, man. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the crossbow with quick shots, because I use them in the early game, and I want to make sure I always hit the balloons. I'm getting the max damage out of my tower, getting the max pierce out of my tower if I do that. And if I get this thing all the way up to razor sharp shots, I feel like I'm missing out on the overall popping power. And that's the main difference for me. So after all is said and done, man, let's just recap the Dart Monkey, talk about what the best upgrades are, how you should use this guy, and any sort of other random additive features in here. The Dart Monkey, he's a solid starting tower. Highly recommend just 0-0 Dart Monkeys. 3 0-0 Dart Monkeys start off your game is definitely a great way to do it. They can pop 3 balloons per shot if you get the Monkey Knowledge upgrades, so you can do a great start over here. Great way to start some farms or start some extra eco or get some monkey villages going. The first upgrade that you probably want to get is if you just want a little bit of damage over here, you probably want to get these sharp shots and the razor sharp shots. But because most people, general goal is to get a 3rd tier tower, you're probably better off going quick shots, very quick shots, and triple shots as one of your first upgrades, if you're going for a triple shots. But highly recommend, guys, instead of doing the triple shots, I know this is the staple and people love this tower, try out the crossbow. He is going to be a wonderful addition to your team. Put a crossbow sort of close to the front of the map, put him down a straight line, put him on last, and let him go to work. It doesn't work on every map because there's not a straight line on every single map, but it works wonders over here. After you get this guy going, I actually recommend getting quick shots and very quick shots soon after that, and you're going to be doing a ton of damage. Let your other towers sort of clean up the rest of the balloons that are trying to sneak through. This is going to help you out against pretty much everything. So even if I sent out round 20, and then round 21, and 22, I mean, this is not much money spent on a defense over here, and we can easily defend it. Round 20, even round like 31, which is a really freaking difficult level over here. Let's see how great we can do against round 31 right here. I mean, look at this. Look at this combo right here, man. It's just, it's amazing. And this is just a couple baby dart monkeys stopping around 31. I mean, you know, once we get up to around like 35 and stuff like that, like, no, they're not going to be able to handle these balloons anymore. I completely understand that, but for the amount of money that we've spent, dart monkeys are just solid. If you're talking about late game, I actually probably would not recommend doing dart monkeys all that much. I would say probably try and stay away from them as much as possible. In fact, I didn't even get sharp shots on this guy. Holy crap, dude. I probably could take down around 35. It's just ridiculous for the amount of money you're spending. On top of having your hero going to town on these things, man, oh man, there's like no reason that these guys should be this freaking good. And I highly recommend you guys trying to do more dart monkeys in your strategies over here. Don't think that the dart monkeys are the worst tower in the game. Not anymore, man. They're solid, to say the least. Once you get to late game, you probably don't want to use the Sharpshooter, and the Master Crossbow is like okay, but I think you're probably better off going for Super Monkeys and Magic Towers instead in combination with the Monkey Village instead of just going for this Crossbow Master. Super Monkey fan clubs are sort of weird because you gotta get at least 10 dart monkeys to make him worthwhile, and on top of that, have your dart monkeys be up to at least like 2-2 or 2-3 or something like that to be worthwhile. And usually having a crap ton of 2-3 dart monkeys is something people don't normally do. So Super Monkey fan clubs are probably not something that I'm going to use in my games. On top of that, Plasma Monkey fan clubs are also going to be something I'm probably not going to use in my games because they're expensive and they don't work perfect. Spamming 40 dart monkeys all at a central location is really difficult. You know, they have to be spaced all over the map, and having dart monkeys randomly all over the map is actually not a good thing. Plus, they take up space for other towers that you might want to use. The Juggernaut's a weird tower that I probably also will not end up using very much in my games, but I don't mind the Spike-a-Pult. The Spike-a-Pult's the perfect damage to costs to weirdness ratio. He's really good for those random group balloon levels like level 36, level 37, 38, 39, those levels that might end up starting to overwhelm us over here as we currently are. Don't forget you always want to put a lot of your dart monkeys on last. This guy's going to work great on last, this guy's going to work great on last, especially if we can shoot down straight lines. And I say straight lines a lot for dart monkeys because they are sort of important. The only one that doesn't really matter that much for straight lines is the 2-3 dart monkey. Alright, that's pretty much all I got, guys. I didn't think I could talk about dart monkeys for 37 minutes, but this is probably going to be my longest tower explanation video because they are so complicated, interesting, and they're the main tower that people are going to want to use in their games a lot. So, if you guys enjoyed, press that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.